Hello and welcome to my 3-day marketing workshop, how to create a profitable marketing system for your small business. My name is Peter Ayo, and on this channel I share practical marketing and sales tips for business owners to make more sales and retain customers. And I also share with you business resources that will help you grow your business. So if this sounds like something you love, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because every Thursday I drop new videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's always an honor to have you back. Please do like this video and share this video to any small business owner you know. They need to see this video, especially for them to start their year well. So let's get right into the video. So today is day 1, and on day 1 we are going to talk about assessing your business. You cannot start the year without looking and reflecting on the last year. So we are going to assess your business in day 1. So a quick housekeeping: please just take away all distractions while watching this video. Take away all distractions so that you really get the value from this video. And please get your pen and paper. As I'm going to speak with you, you might come up with a lot of ideas, so you want to write them out, and then you want to also write out the ideas you get from this and the assignment I'm going to give you. Also, turn your phone to landscape mode. I'm going to share a lot of slides, so if you are watching from a smartphone, you want to turn your phone into a landscape mode so that you get my slide, you get a view of my slides well. So what should you expect from this class? Now, the first thing you want to do is to reflect on your business this past year. Like I said in the beginning of these videos, you have to reflect on your business this past year. You need to reflect on your business this past year. How was 2021 for you? So the next thing you want to do is to assess your business to know where you are and what to fix. And the last thing we are going to carry out on this day 1 is customer analysis. You need to analyze your customer. You need to analyze your customer base. So how to get the best from this class? Please make sure you have a pen and a notebook so that you write out the ideas and the exercises you get. And please be honest with yourself when answering questions. You need to be very honest with yourself. See, you cannot fool anyone, you can only fool yourself. So please be honest with yourself. And the next thing you want to do is to carry out the assignments I'm going to give. So let's get started. Let's learn from the US Army. I'm currently reading a book called Your Best Year Ever by Michael, and I learned something from the US Army. Now, the US Army is one of the best armies in the world. It's ranked number 1, not because of the cutting edge technology they have or the expenses, the budget, the amount of money they have to spend. I think they have almost $600 billion yearly to spend. Not because of those two things. It is because of the systems and the structures in place, the training and the systems in place. Now, they have something called the after action review. The after action review. At the end of any mission or at the end of any operation, they sit down and ask a question: what happened? What particularly happened? Why it happened? And how they can improve. I want you to take note of these 3 questions. What happened? Why it happened? And how they can improve. Now, let's reflect on our business. The first thing you want to be very honest with yourself is to state what you wanted to happen. What were your plans last year? What were your plans last year? What was your revenue goal? How much did you want to make last year? How many customers did you want to acquire last year? So just write them down. As I said, you need your notes and your pen. Even though you can't guess it immediately, please write them down so that after this video you get to go over it and then think on it. Now, the next thing you want to do is to acknowledge what really happened. what actually happened. What was your reality last year? What was your reality? How many sales did you make? How much money did you make? How many customers did you acquire? Now, the next thing you want to do is to learn from your experience. What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Is there something you did wrong? Did you offend any customer? Did you do certain things you're not supposed to do? So just reflect and learn from that experience. The next thing you want to do is to adjust for the future. Okay, you've learned from your experience. What can you do better this year? What can you do better this year? And now, lastly, you need to acknowledge the good result you had. Acknowledge the good result you had. We cannot dwell on the bad things that happen. We can also dwell on the good things that happen. Dwelling on the good things that happen makes us feel confident that okay, we can do better this year. We can do better. So think on what marketing campaign was very successful. What customer did you make so happy that they started telling people about your business? What actually did you do to get them to that point? So you need to acknowledge the good result and study them and also learn from your experiences. And please, if you are getting value from this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And also please like this video so that YouTube will share it to more people. Please don't forget to like the video. Now let's look at your business. Let's assess your business. Now we are going to look at three main areas. The general area. We are going to look at the revenue and profits, and we are going to look at your business trends. Now let's look at your general. This is going to be a very generic question, but they are very important. Now the first question I want you to ask yourself is, are you happy with your business? Are you happy with your business? Because if you are not happy with your business, it's either you don't love the business or there's something you are doing wrong and you need to fix that thing. So the next question you want to ask yourself is it up to your expectations? Before you started your business, you had expectations. You had a lot of expectations. So on a scale of 1 to 10, can you rate your business? Is it 8? Is it 9? Is it 1? Is it 2? Be very honest with yourself. This is just like having a conversation with yourself. I'm not going to be there when you're answering these questions. So you need to be honest with yourself. The third thing you want to do is to make a list of your products and services. What is really selling well? What is really selling well? What sells seasonally? There are seasonal products. Seasonal products, and what is not selling. So make a list. What is really selling? What sells seasonally? And what is not selling? The reason you want to make this list is to make sure that you are marketing the right product. You cannot put all your effort in marketing a product that only sells seasonally or that is not selling. You want to put your effort in marketing and selling a product that is really selling well. So please make that list and be sure. So now let's look at the next points. Revenue and profits. What is your daily revenue? How much are you making daily? What is your weekly and monthly revenue? What's your average monthly profits? And what is your current end of the year profits? How much did you make last year? Now I want you to be honest with yourself. Like I've said several times, numbers don't lie. And if you cannot keep a track of your numbers in business, you are I don't know, you are just running a charity business. You need to track every money that comes in and leaves your business. You need to track every money that comes in and leaves your business. That's why I recommend simple accounting apps. You can Google them. There are a lot of them you can use for your business. How much did you make today? How much did you make for the week? How much did you make for the month? What were your expenses? The next thing you want to do is to analyze your business strengths. Now, every business has certain skills you need to make sure you do well in that business. And you need to ask yourself, what are the core skills needed for my business? Now, I've listed the 5 common ones, which is marketing and sales, financial management, customer service, negotiation, and networking. Marketing and sales is the most important skill needed in your business. Every other skill rotates around marketing and sales, and the only money generating activity in your business is marketing and sales. Every other thing is an expense. You spend money to buy the product and services. You spend money to buy the product you want to sell. You spend money you to learn the skills you want to offer as a service. You spend money to open a shop. You spend money to design a logo, graphics design, and all those stuffs. All those are expenses. The only money generating activity in your business is marketing and sales. So please, you need to learn how to market and sell. You need to learn how to market and sell your business. The next thing is financial management. Like I said earlier, or in the previous slide, you need to track every money coming in and leaving your business. You don't need to be reckless with your finances. If you are not tracking every money that comes in and leaves your business, man, you might not grow your business. So please, track every money that comes in and leaves your business. The next thing you want to take care of, or the next skill that is important for your business, is customer service. Now, one of the things that can help you retain more customers or even turn ordinary customers into long-term customers is an excellent customer service. So please, treat your customers well. The next one is negotiation. Can you negotiate? If someone's come to buy something, can you negotiate? Can you seal that sale? Can you close that sale? Negotiation is one of those things needed in any business. Networking. You need to network with people, collaborate with people, reach out to people. Networking provides and opens room for a lot of opportunities for your business. These are the core 5, but I believe there are a lot of them. So please find out the core skills needed for your business. Make sure you find that out. So finally, I want to conclude on business strengths. I want you to outsource your weaknesses and focus on your strengths. Please outsource your weaknesses and focus on your strengths if you can afford to. See, one of the ways to scale your business, one of the ways to grow your business is to know what you are good at, is to focus on your strengths. You cannot be the one running ads, running around customer service, running around deliveries, doing all sorts of things. There are a lot of moving parts when it comes to business. If you can outsource most of those parts, see, everything will be easy for you. So now, the next thing is customer analysis. Customer analysis. I love to ask this question. Can you remember the very first person that bought from you? Can you remember the first person that bought from you? If you cannot remember the first person that bought from you, that means you have not been tracking your customers. You need to have a list of people that bought from you. You need to have a customer list. I don't care if it's an email list, even if it's a WhatsApp list or a phone number or whatever you have. Please have a customer list. These are people you can reach out to anytime to buy your product and services. There are so many things you can do with a customer list. And recently I created a video on how to create a customer list or on how to utilize a customer list on WhatsApp. And I'm going to leave the link to that video in this description using the WhatsApp business app. So watch this video displayed on the screen. Go and watch this video on my YouTube channel. It will show you how to create a customer list on your WhatsApp and how to segment the list so that you don't mix everything up. So the next thing you want to do is to ask yourself, where do your customers come from? Is it social media? Which particular one? Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? Is it WhatsApp? The reason why you want to ask this question is to know where to focus your marketing and sales effort on. You cannot be marketing on Facebook when your customers are on LinkedIn. You cannot be marketing on Instagram when your customers are on WhatsApp. So please understand where your customers come from so that you know where to concentrate your marketing and sales effort on. Are they coming from referrals? Who are referring them? Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it your customers? You need to know where your customers are coming from. The next thing you want to do is to understand the profile of your customers. Now, this is very important. In marketing, it's called the customer avatar, the ideal customer avatar. What kind of profile do your customers have? Are they married? Are they single moms? Are they married men or women? Do they have kids? What's their average monthly income? There are so many reasons you want to ask this question. It helps you understand how to market your product. It helps you understand if your customers if your target audience will be able to afford you or afford your product or services. There are so many things you can do with this data. So please have an idea of who your customer is so that you can know how to market and sell to them. The next thing you want to take note is your repeated customers. You know those customers who buy almost everything you put out. They buy almost everything you put out. So please take note of them. They are very valuable and you shouldn't joke with them. Now, who are your worst customers? Customers from hell. Customers from hell. Those people who stress the hell out of you. And even after you've asked them how you can better improve your services and you fix their issues and they still complain, please, you need to fire those customers. Fire them because they are going to stress the hell out of you. The next thing you want to notice how long your customers stay with you and their monetary worth. In marketing, is called the lifetime value of a customer. The lifetime value of a customer. Let me give you a typical example. Let's say I'm a fashion designer and I have a customer called Ade. And Ade has been my customer for the past 3 years. So every month Ade makes a senator or makes a clothes from I make a clothes for Ade worth at least 20,000 naira. So if we multiply 20,000 naira by 12, that will give us 240,000. And if you multiply that by 3, it's 720,000. That means the lifetime value of Ade for my business for a span of 3 years is 720,000. So you need to understand how long your customers stay with you. The reason you want to do this is to understand how much you are willing to spend to acquire one customer. How much you are willing to spend to acquire one customer. Don't worry, I will dive deep on that in the next coming days. So we are rounding up this class. Please, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like this video so that YouTube can show it to more people. So the next thing we want to do is to give you an assignment. The first thing you want to do is to make a list of all your products. Ask yourself, what is selling and what is not selling? What is selling and what is not selling? Also ask yourself, what is more profitable and what is not profitable? The reason you are doing this is to know where to concentrate your marketing and sales effort on. And the next thing you want to do is to take a stock of your customers. How many customers have you had in the past 10 to 12 months? Who are your best customers? Who are your worst customers? Check the description of this video and you are going to see a link to send me a message on WhatsApp. If you are willing to submit your assignments, you can drop me a message on WhatsApp. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell because day 2 of the video is dropping soon. See you later. Take care.